Welcome to a short tutorial of the model to estimate bed demand for COVID-19 hospitalization. On a high level, this model allows you to model in the short term the demand of ICU beds, AAU floor beds, and ventilators. Please note these models are planning tools and not predictions and include assumptions that are changing as more information becomes available and will continue to evolve. Jumping into the setup of the model, when opening the tool, the first page will be the Census Data Input tab. On here, if you would like the model to use your hospital census as an input, please upload two CSV files that combined contain the ICU COVID and non-COVID census, the floor COVID census, the general medicine floor non-COVID census, as well as the cumulative COVID admits for each day, with all data beginning on the fixed date of March 13th. This is an optional step, and if no census data is inputted, the model will only use the inputs in the Calculator tab. As an example, I will input two randomly generated CSV files. As you can see, if you input data, it will be displayed here on the right-hand side. Next, we can go to the Calculator tab. On the left-hand side, there are numerous parameters that you as a user may input to change the model, including the number of days to project, the doubling time for new COVID admits, defined as the amount of time it takes the hospitalized population to double in size, as well as the capacity of the ICU, general medicine floor, and ventilators. The model assumes that all COVID patients in the ICU require a ventilator, and with this parameter here, you can decide what fraction of non-COVID ICU patients need a ventilator. This is currently set to 1/2 by default. Furthermore, for hospital starting status parameters, you can input the cumulative number of admitted COVID patients by day 0, and if you did not input your own census data, you can provide the ICU and general medicine floor census of COVID patients at day 0, here and here. Again, day 0 is set to be March 13th. If you want a more accurate projection, please upload your census in the Census Input tab. Furthermore, as inputs, the model takes as an input the mean daily ICU and general medicine floor census of non-COVID patients given here and here. The next set of parameters defines the percentage breakdown of COVID patients who walk through these 5 defined paths, and then further down here, you can then input the estimated length of stay in each of these units for these patients. The model then projects the COVID admissions with an exponential growth based on the inputs that you have given. On the Graphical Representation tab, we display a few summary statistics up here, such as the number of days to reach each of the capacities, and this is then followed by 2 graphs. The top graph is the projected ICU census, and the bottom graph is the projected general medicine floor census. The capacities are illustrated with yellow lines, and the ventilator capacity with a gray line, along with the ventilator demand with the black dots in the ICU census. Now, for example, if we decrease the number of days to project from 35 to 30, and then increase the fraction of non-COVID ICU patients in need of ventilators from 0.5 to 0.8, we can see that the graph horizon decreases and the black dotted line representing the ventilator demand shifts up. Along with these graphs, the second Output tab merely displays the values in the graph in a table. Next, the third Output tab performs a sensitivity analysis on the doubling time and the length of stay parameters. For example, considering doubling times, this table on the top shows for differing doubling times the number of days until demand exceeds ICU capacity, floor capacity, and ventilator capacity. The other tables on this tab perform a similar analysis for the length of stay values. Lastly, if you inputted your own hospital's data of the cumulative number of COVID admissions, then this Output tab will display an estimate of the doubling time using the last 7 days of data through a simple linear regression. Here, using the simulated data, the regression leads to a fitted doubling time of 4. The fitted doubling time and the first day admissions correspond to the fitted values for doubling time for new COVID admits and cumulative number of admitted COVID patients by day 0 in the left parameters based on your input. Using the fitted values may reflect the trend based on your hospital's most recent data. For more information on the model, we have a short documentation tab here. We thank everyone who helped put this tool together, and we welcome all comments and questions, which can be submitted by clicking on this link here, which leads to a Google form. Thank you very much for listening, and we hope this tool provides insights for your hospital and planning for estimated bed demand for COVID-19 hospitalization.